Good evening, one and all. This is Henry, and welcome to just another Monday video. So I just got back from work, so I'm going through the routine of caring for the birds, stock, and the races, of course. But I don't think I've ever shown you guys my breeding lofts. Not that there's much going on here at the moment, but I'll show you anyway. Here we go. So I've got this little corridor, or sonhawk as they say, in the front, and it wasn't always here. In the past I only had that loft, but I lost many a good stock pigeon, and there's some fanciers that still hasn't forgiven me quite yet, because 7 years ago I did. My child was 2 years old, and she opened all the gates while I was away for work for a week, got back, and a lot of stock pigeons escaped. And there's a particular fancier in our union that still hasn't quite forgiven me for letting his pigeons out. But ever since then I smartened out. The corridor is now here. It serves as a nice little safety net if the birds do get out, and it allows me to bath them, and the youngsters can also start homing in the corridor before I let them out for the first time. So forgive me for stating the obvious, but here we go. Just a standard little breeding loft, and no breeding going on yet. These are just the spare cocks, so I'm just refilling their water. At this stage they're only getting fed once a day because they're not breeding quite yet, so I'm just topping up the water. Adrian, my friend, you'll be happy to see these are actually brand new glass bowls. It wasn't always glass. I used to use plastic, and there you go. So here we've got a bit of breeding that's gonna happen soon, and but I still have to put down nest materials, so there will only be 2, maximum 3 pairs of pigeons in a section this year on this side, and the same over here. These guys are quite content, but they don't look quite happy yet because I haven't given them any nest materials, which we will do soon. So I'll just show you the inside of one of their. Why is it so blurry now? What the inside looks like. I don't know, it's going blurry for some reason, but it's basically a 1.5 by 1.5 meter section, and 2 meters high, more than 2 meters actually. And then there's just a very ordinary looking nest boxes for the pigeons, but it will look a bit more homey once I've put nest material down. And I use these little chalkboard frames to just write the details down of the pairs and such. But the real reason why I've got you in here with me, I just want to show you. I think I mentioned on yesterday's video that I did acquire some new blood, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is Team 2020. There they are, Team 2024, or at least 25 of them. These weren't bred by me, but I acquired them through a fancier, one of the top guys. He wishes to stay anonymous, and I'll respect his wishes. But I think it's the first time in my life that I actually have young pigeons of this caliber, or at least with full pedigree. So I'm quite excited to see what these guys are doing. So at the moment I did vaccinated them yesterday with Nobilis PMV1, and they are just on normal water with a little bit of vinegar in. and they will also go on to the milk. The only reason there's no milk in the water now is because I ran out and I have to get some tomorrow. But then they'll go on the milk and vinegar, and they eat pellets only for now. And they won't be staying here for long, so every Sunday after the raised birds and the other birds have now done their open loft and they're back in the loft, they will have their turn in the yard, start the homing process. So this year I'm a little bit in front. I've got 25 pigeons for next year, but that's for next year. And yeah, this side we've got the spare cocks, 1 or 2 hens in here, which I'm still undecided on what to do with them. And then back to the raised birds. They just finished up eating now, and I'm just checking the troughs. So what I'm adjusting the feeding, and hopefully it's not that drastic, because what I've been doing, I've reduced the amounts of barley that I'm giving and increased the amount of breeding mix and pellets in that particular mix. But I want to see a little bit of barley left in the trough, which I'm not seeing at the moment, which tells me I need to feed them a little bit more. So this is what I'm doing this week, so I hope this doesn't backfire too much. But I've been advised by many people that I'm feeding too light, and this week there's 25 to 29 kilometer an hour winds, headwinds blowing. It's going to be dead north on the nose, so they're talking about 1,100 to 1,000 meters or even below that per minute this weekend. And the race is just under the 300 for me, but that even such a short race will still mean 4.5, and you can even go to 5 hours on the wing. So it will be a significant race for these guys, and I don't want to underfeed them. And I've got nothing to lose. It can't go any worse at this stage, I think. It went a little bit better this weekend, so we'll see. And we're treating, as per the program this week, nothing much to report. It's canker and coccidia that I am treating. Very basic. And I did got a message from Mr. Painter, our big champion, and he said, "What are you doing? Why?" He says, "Why you deviate? Why don't you follow my program?" Because I'm not following his program. And he said, because there's a few things I wanted to test for myself, but slim het alweer sy baas gevang. So as of next week, I will go fully onto his program. I can't disclose everything on his program then, but I'll give you more or less a idea what we're gonna be doing. And he said the biggest mistake that I've done so far, from what you've seen on my videos, is the hard seeds that I leave on a Saturday. He's a firm believer that you only give pellets and sunflower, and so it's easily digestible and they can build up as quick as possible. He says the hard seeds is no good for the pigeons at this stage. So I will be fixing that this Saturday. But we won't be doing too much drastic things. And also tomorrow I will be basketing and taking them to work for a 26-kilometer flight. And then on voting day, on Wednesday, it's a public holiday, I'll go out early and we'll give them a 100-kilometer toss. Maybe towards Ventersdorp or maybe Potchefstroom. I'll see where the wind blows me. And then on Thursday morning, another short one on basketing day to work. And hopefully they'll be ready for quite a hard battle that lies ahead of them. So yeah, that's the plan at this stage. Just want to show you guys over here what's cooking. So we've now opened up, everyone has paired up and got used to their nest boxes, and the mating is now commencing. And this section I'm also using as a breeding loft, and some of them have already now started making nests. and they are ready, so they can go in and out as they want at this stage. And they feed over here. The feed I do take away at night to prevent the mice from coming in, and they all have a nice little drink over here. This is an open, used to be a door here, so the mesh is here, so there's nice natural sun and light coming in through during the day. Same with this side, and hopefully we can breed some beautiful youngsters over here this year. So yeah, that's what we keep ourselves busy with on a Monday after work. Feeding the pigeons, planning and looking ahead. That's all we can do. This is the day-to-day joys of the pigeon game. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, stick around for another one soon. And have yourself a blessed Monday evening.